Okay, so I know that everybody has seen the XXXTENTACION's video where he hangs the little boy, hangs the little white boy. First off, I have to say, I have to applaud XXXTENTACION for the simple fact that he did the video. He brought awareness to the black community. This video is over there, not up there, but over there with Kodak Black's video, over there with Kodak Black video, Tunnel Vision, where in that video you had the white guy fighting the black guy. He was supposed to be something like a KKK guy, and also in that video you can see KKK guys in hoods hanging. You know, this video that XXXTENTACION did, this was, in my opinion, a wake-up call to America. Because when you look at the video, the very first image that you see, the first video image that you see is Emmett Till. Right after Emmett Till is Philando Castile. And speaking of Philando Castile, I wanted to say this. I want to point this out because there's no better video for me to do it than in this one. Philando Castile and Alton Sterling died a day apart from each other. Nobody really talks about Alton Sterling like they do Philando Castile. And the reason that Philando Castile's murder is so big is because, first off, we watched this man die up close. We saw this man die. You know, like Alton Sterling, we saw him die. A few others, we saw them die on camera. But this right here was up close. And then the reason we saw Philando Castile murder is what makes him, you know, the most talked about murder among celebrities, you know, and even, you know, mainstream media. It was Diamond Reynolds, his girlfriend, a black woman. Had it not been for that black woman, he would have just been a name, another name on the list of other names that aren't mentioned, that are just honorable mentions when we talk about the long list of, you know, black people that died, you know, police brutality. I wanted to just put that in there because the black woman gets a lot of flack for being this and being that, and, you know, had she not done what she did, we wouldn't be continuously ringing this now ancestor's name out, Philando Castile. After watching that video, of course, I went to see if, you know, he did a video, you know, talking about the song. Of course he did. But I was sidetracked by another video that said it was titled something along the lines of XXXTENTACION did this. He did the video just to get attention. You know what I'm saying? I thought about that for a second. Now I always do videos on, you know, on culture appropriation. and how cultural appropriation, or how the media is using cultural appropriation to dumb down the sound of the black voice in the music industry, and to put on a pedestal the white voice in the music industry, whether it be rap, whether it be reggae, whether it be R&B. The white voice is going to get more attention, or is going to get more notoriety as the complete lyricist. You see, I have to speak on this. You see all these black artists and how they worship Eminem as the greatest rapper of all time. And of course, those of us who have a bigger brain, and of course free from the influences of the mainstream media, we know the rappers that are 10 times better than Eminem, who are in the mainstream, but just who isn't getting a whole lot of attention, and not Tupac and Biggie. You're talking about people that are alive, people who are better than them, but those names won't be mentioned in this video. But listening to a few of XXXTentacion's music, a few of his songs, I really wasn't impressed by this guy. Matter of fact, this video, look at me. This was the only thing that really just sparked my attention. Videos like this is how you get Tammuz's attention. This is how you get Brother Tammuz's attention. When you're a so-called gangster, when you're a so-called thug, when you quick to kill your own, when you can publicly humiliate the white man, that gets my attention. To make that white man mad at you, to make that white man want to kill you, I'm not just interested anymore. My attention concerning you, whether it be male or female, you have not a disciple, but you got somebody who's gonna, look at what it is that you do, your personal life, and then explain you to the elders. You see what I'm saying? As long as you fit the description of a whack rapper, it just, an any-day nigga, then you fit the stereotype that the elders try to convince the youth not to listen to. Tunnel vision made me want to look into Kodak Black's life. You see what I'm saying? The song plus the video, was big, but he, in a sense, he did that video to get attention during his court case that was happening around that same time, and for the exact same reason that XXXTentacion is having a court case or whatever, hitting on females, black females. The poem that was read at the end of the Look at Me video, it made me, kind of second guess that video, that he only did that for attention. Now, I don't know if he wrote it. I don't know if somebody else wrote it. The ghostwriter thing is very big now. So I can't say that he wrote that for sure. But the way that he presented it, was enough to get my attention, to give him the benefit of the doubt that, not that he may be innocent of the crime that he committed, but that he just may have some type of intellect that separates him from the niggas and the conscious people. Maybe he's not just some regular, some random artist. You see what I'm saying? Maybe he has a brain inside his head which makes him conscious, which makes him aware of what's going on. Of course, every black person knows what's going on around them. But to make aware your other brothers and sisters in the, in the slums, the ghetto, the projects, wherever. The redlined communities, the gentrified communities. You see what I'm saying? Outside of the crazy music that he's doing, he just may be educating his fellow brothers and sisters outside of, look at me, the video. You see what I'm saying? Now, I saw the video that Willie D did concerning XXXTENTACION or whatever, and the reporter or the anchorman asked Willie D a question along the lines of, does the nature of the crime corrupt the message of the video? And Willie D's answer to that was he knows how to separate the two. Now, speaking on this, for those who are in the so-called conscious community who have a problem with people like Dr. York, Ray Hagins, and the like, if you can justify the message that this youngster was bringing to the people and condemn him for his crime, why can't you do the exact same thing for black leaders? This is the mindset that we as black people, we have to not just do this with our favorites, who we pick and choose. We have to do this with all our black leaders. We have to know how to separate the crimes they commit to the messages that they teach. You see what I'm saying? That's like when it comes to Christian churches. Christians are very good at this. You know what I'm saying? They know how to separate the crime from the teaching. You see what I'm saying? The pastor can do whatever he wants with the money that the church gives him. As far as they're concerned, it's his money once it leaves their hand to his. And he's entitled to do whatever with that money that, he wants. Whatever he does with that money, if he buys a prostitute, if he does, if he goes out and gambles that money, they don't care about that. All they know is that on Sunday morning, the Holy Spirit is using him to teach them about God. Whatever Brother Polite did, whatever Ray Hagins did, whatever Dr. York did, they're going to be dealt with in karma. But as far as the teaching is concerned, the ancestors used those brothers. The ancestors used those brothers to teach us, to educate us. You see what I'm saying? It's not that we take their message as 100% truth. We take the message, we take what we need from the message, and we go on about our business. You see what I'm saying? But I had to add that up in there, as far as the black woman and her importance to the black man. I had to put that in there because it ties in with the natures of the crimes that not just XXXTENTACION had done, but also Kodak Black. You see what I'm saying? And also those remarks that Kodak Black made that I'm not going to mention in this video. The ones concerning the black woman or whatever. But also from the nature of the message that this brother was trying to bring to not just black people, but white people as well. Because if you didn't get the message of that video and you're somebody who's saying he's wrong for hanging a little white, you really have to watch that video, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to do it to get the message. But the message was simple. The message was, look at what white society is doing to the white community. Look at what the white community is doing to the black community. What does this white boy hanging look like to you? Y'all answered the dude's question. All this anger, and then people calling the guy Nig-Nog. I don't know why white people do that shit, man. Just on Christmas, you're going to be thinking about niggas. As soon as you drink your eggnog and shit, Nig-Nog, eggnog, now that's going to be stuck with you. You can't drink eggnog no more. Why? Because you invented a stupid ass word that rhymes with eggnog. But you know, all y'all, the dude, I don't think that he's feeling. I mean, if it was me, I wouldn't be feeling no kind of, empathy, sympathy from, reactions, because you pretty much reacted the way that I wanted you to react. You see what I'm saying? If I was in XXXTENTACION's shoes. But if you didn't get the message, that's what the message was. What does this little white boy looks like hanging to you? Because this is something fake, as everyone keeps, saying in their videos or whatever. This, what happened with the little white boy, was fake. It was acting. But all of those other things that happened were real. Even though the little black boy that was portraying Emmett Till, that was still a real incident. You will never find, in this day and time, a news article of a little white boy being hung. You won't find it. But I'm glad that it was done. Like I say, it's over there with Kodak Black's video Tunnel Vision. I really can't say if these guys meant it or not. Now, when I say up there, I mean, that video or that song should go into the same category as songs that Tupac had done to bring awareness. Songs that K-Rino had done and is still doing to bring awareness to black people. Songs that Kendrick Lamar has done and is still doing to bring awareness. J. Cole. You see what I'm saying? You have only one song. So that song is over there with, Kodak Black. You see what I'm saying? So I like the song. I like the video. You know what I'm saying? I don't too much care for the song, but the video itself, I like it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that it was done, because anybody who pisses off white people and make white people want to kill them, white people calling you names. I'm talking about you have put yourself into a political arena. You see what I'm saying? I just enjoy things like that, man. That's something that I live for. More black people need to get on that. More black people need to become united with each other. No, we can't just up and automatically trust each other at this point. This is something that has to be earned. Of course, I know that. I understand that. But we as black people can't just, look at this one video that was done and automatically think that we could take on the system, or just look at this video and go right back to clubbing. I'm talking about having a club mentality. You can club all you want, but as long as you got a club mentality, and that's a lot of the songs that's being pushed. If you watch my other videos concerning culture appropriation and the whack rapper, you know what I'm saying. But you have to study this shit. You have to get down and into the mud, knee deep in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like me and a few other YouTubers. You know what I'm saying? And people out here that start community, we can't do it ourselves, man. Black people have to get serious about what's being done in their community. You have to know about gentrification. You have to learn about redlining. You have to know about these things, because these things are always happening on a daily basis. Niggas in the hood try to go to the bank and get loans, and you can't get a loan because you're in a redlined area. And you don't know the redline area. You know the redlined areas because you know the hoods. So if you know the hoods where black people stay, you should know that those automatically are redlined areas, and you can't get a loan from any bank to start your own business living in those areas. So what do? You become political, and you get in that arena with their ass, and you make their ass do shit for your community that make the community look at you. Yeah, that's gonna make you talk about a white man. That's gonna make you scared to be a Malcolm X or a Martin Luther King. But that shit is worth it because you're doing it for your children. You see what I'm saying? That's what all this shit is about, the youth. All of this shit is about the children. We have to stop caring about ourselves. We have to stop being selfish and make the sacrifice for our children so that in the future our children can be in better off conditions. When our children go and apply for that loan, it doesn't matter anymore about red line area because the red line area don't exist. You don't have to worry about grandma being kicked out of her house, and then that house, which was in the family for years, which could have been passed down to your son, was torn down because politicians decided that they had to gentrify that area in order to build a strip mall. But anyway, I can talk forever and ever about this. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments about XXXTENTACION's video. I'm pretty sure, y'all have all watched the videos at this point of me uploading it. Yeah, I'll see y'all in this video. Peace.